50 had your key, do you know what your one key, me and you got the same key to any embarrassment? Whether it's factual or not, what is it? What's your key?
Being exposed.
Lena.
Friday night, it's like 12 midnight. Alex calls me. He's like, yo, Chris, Meech needs the biggest suite in Cancun. I'm like, I ain't no travel agent. He's like, no. When I landed, they told me that you got the presidential suite at the Coral Beach. I'm like, are you crazy? Like, I love Meech, but I'm not giving him my room. I'm like, yo, man, I'm not giving him my room. He's like, he'll give you $60,000 right now. I was paying $3,000 a night. He had that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But here's the gentleman's side of Meech. I switched to another suite. I get a phone call. I'm like, yo, what's up? Who's this? He's like, yo, is this Chris Latimer? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, we up in the presidential suite. I got some messages from you. I'm like, all right, cool, man. Tell me what they are. And I'm like, yo, brother, man, thanks a lot, man. Yo, tell Meech, good looking out, man. He's like, Chris, it is Meech.
That's important because a lot of people don't understand. To get to the top, you have to pay attention to every small detail. And knowing me calling him hear my voice, he knows the kind of man that I am.
Oh my gosh. Big Meech just got put on blast and the internet is losing its mind. 50 Cent dropped some paperwork that suggests Meech might have been talking, and everyone has so much to say about it. You won't believe where all this juicy drama started.
Meech, why you going with Ross? The truth is, when we did take that picture with Meech, I ain't gonna lie to you, there was a lot of people in my comments with rat emoji before 50 even said nothing.
What do you think his next move should be?
He got a lot of things he can do, man. You might want to make a movie. You might want to do some different things where, because I understand how important real.
Well, listen up. 50's got some old BMF insiders spilling major tea. One of them mentioned a conversation where Meech said he had to check in with Tammy before making any moves. And honey, Tammy isn't just anybody. She's a government informant. When that clicked, everyone realized Meech might have been deeper in some shady dealings than anyone imagined, but Meech is not having it. Word is he's about to show 50 what being a real kingpin means. This drama is getting messy, so let me break it down for you.
Give me my time. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Right. They ain't telling nobody. Because if you're telling, you can't even look forward to going home. Where you going after you get out?
For one, this is a business relationship, right? They don't write stories and series on nobodies, right? So BMF is BMF, but not because of 50, it's because of Big Meech, right? That's his story, that's his life, right? So I don't think 50 doing them no favors. They both profited, right? It ain't just like it was a one-sided deal. We both made money together.
To tell y'all or share this message with y'all, because I feel like it's somebody out here, or maybe there's a bunch of people out here that need to hear this.
You took a picture with Rick Ross. Put your back against the wall and just slide down.
BMF Immortal, and it's cool. Like sometimes we switch perspectives, so it's from a law enforcement perspective.
Oh wow!
Instead of it being from the, the actual hustler side, or the aspirational side. Just you know how often someone gets in trouble and decides to tell on someone else to rap.
Yeah. So 50 Cent starts BMF. So he puts Lil Meech on. He puts $5 million in their pocket. Meech comes home, takes a picture with Rick Ross. 50 Cent throws him. Lil Meech reaches out. Hey, that's my pops. Rick Ross, I'm with you. What's your thoughts on how 50 Cent handled that?
We all know 50 Cent will expose anyone he has dirt on. But with Big Meech, he might want to be careful because Meech isn't your average enemy. For those who don't know, Demetrius Big Meech Flannery was the mastermind behind the Black Mafia family, one of the most notorious drug empires ever. In the 80s, he and his brother Terry, Southwest T, started with small $50 bags. But by the early 2000s, they had built an empire spanning Michigan, Georgia, Florida, California, and Louisiana.
What is it with you and Ross that's just been going on for so long?
Nothing else works for him outside of mentioning me. When things get bad, he mentions me. It gets covered first. I get covered across the board. They get covered on the hip hop side. It is what it is. And you watch, because I have nothing else to say. You just see it happen periodically as it goes. You see that big white elephant? that property he lives at? It costs more than the nightclub. He's in the nightclub. What kind of rich cut his own grass? Why you out there cutting your own grass? You trying to save money, nigga? You don't want to pay for the lawn to get cut, huh?
Ain't nothing wrong with cutting your grass.
And when money gets big, so do the problems. To keep everything looking legitimate, the brothers launched BMF Entertainment, a music promotion company that conveniently doubled as a money-cleaning operation. But it wasn't completely fake. They actually signed an artist, Blue Da Vinci, who dropped an album called The World Is BMF's in 2005. But let's be real, music was never the main focus.
50 had your key. Do you know what your one key? Me and you got the same key to any embarrassment. Whether it's factual or not, what is it? What's your key?
Being exposed?
Lena.
Then in October 2003, Meech's empire came crashing down. The feds caught up with him, and just like that, his reign was over. At first, everyone suspected Blue Da Vinci was the snitch. He seemed like the weakest link and suspiciously didn't get locked up when most of BMF did. Things got even messier when BMF's logistics boss, Dexter Sosa Hussey, pointed the finger directly at Blue.
Lil Meech is a piece of shit. When Lil Meech texts 50, man, what's going on, man? You know I give you the shirt off my back, and Rick Ross, he's a bitch. 50 looked at this like, you just like my little punk son. If you cross your daddy, you'll really cross me. So guess what? You too. And he responds, what next season?
Another source revealed Blue didn't even take a plea deal. He just walked in and confirmed what the feds already knew from other informants. So, the takeaway? Snitching accusations are flying everywhere. And if 50 Cent keeps pushing this story, the BMF legacy might get even more tarnished.
Lil Meech is a piece of shit. When Lil Meech texts 50, man, what's going on, man? You know I give you the shirt off my back, and Rick Ross, he's a bitch. 50 looked at this like, you just like my little punk son.
You know what I'm saying? Do you know what it's like to have beef with 50 Cent? Mm-hmm. 50 Cent is incredible with the beef. Not just musically, with every day he was going viral. Yo, your mother, your wife. I'm like, oh my God, this guy here. Like, don't get beef with 50 Cent.
Like 50 don't do nothing but tear down black men. Look at it. He's nothing given. You've never seen 50 give nobody no flowers, no respect. He just play on people downfall. Diddy, Irv Gotti, Ja Rule, now Big Meech. You've never seen 50 say nothing positive, do nothing positive. He's a culture vulture.
I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before the sign, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family to come out to the Amarant Arena, February 13th.
When Blue Da Vinci appeared in court, his own lawyer threw him under the bus. The attorney admitted Blue tried to cooperate with the feds but didn't have anything valuable enough to share about the other defendants. Translation: Blue was ready to snitch but didn't have enough dirt to make it worthwhile.
Tear down black man. Look at it. He's nothing given. You've never seen 50 give nobody no flowers, no respect. He just play on people downfall. Diddy, Irv Gotti, Ja Rule, now Big Meech. You've never seen 50 say nothing positive, do nothing positive. He's a culture vulture.
A bully.
For one, this is a business relationship, right? They don't write stories and series on nobodies, right? So BMF is BMF, but not because of 50, it's because of Big Meech, right? That's his story, that's his life. Right, so I don't think 50 doing them no favors. They both profited, right? It ain't just like it was a one-sided deal. We both made money together. Right? That don't mean I owe you no loyalty. That don't mean I can't go get money elsewhere, right? If more money get presented to me, right, I'm gonna go get me a bag. I just did 20 years in prison, right? I'm not gonna let nobody stop no bags come in because of y'all beef, bro.
I woke up today and I had this overwhelming thought in my head. And I think like something is telling me to tell y'all or share this message with y'all. Cause I feel like it's somebody out here, or maybe it's just a bunch of people out here that need to hear this. And it was like, you thought you were special. You really thought you were special. Who told you you were special? You thought you were special.
And that, so if Blue wasn't the one snitching, who was feeding information to the feds? After getting his reputation dragged, Blue wasn't taking the blame silently. He flipped the script and leaked paperwork that put Big Meech on blast.
Why you going with Ross? The truth is, when we did take that picture with Meech, I ain't gonna lie to you, there was a lot of people in my comments with rat emoji before 50 even said nothing.
In an interview with Cap Capone News, Blue dropped a bombshell. He revealed that in 2023, while talking with another BMF member, Tone Bird, about 50 Cent's BMF show, Meech slipped up. He said the contract was almost finalized, but before moving forward, he had to check in with Tammy first. That raised major red flags.
The problem with some rappers, some rappers think they war ready and they beef ready till they step into the beef. And then they get somebody coming at them crazy. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what it's like to have beef with 50 Cent? 50 Cent is incredible with the beef. Not just musically, with every day he was going viral. Yo, your mother, your wife. I'm like, oh my God, this guy here. Like, don't get beef with 50 Cent.
Why? Because Tammy Cowan wasn't just a business partner. She was a government informant. When Meech dropped her name, Blue immediately questioned him. But Meech brushed it off, saying he'd call back later. That was their last conversation. People started investigating Tammy and discovered she'd been Meech's partner since 2008. When he got locked up, she ran errands for him and handled his affairs. Here's the shocking part. Meech signed over his life rights to her. This gave her complete control over his story, which she flipped for millions. She brought 50 Cent on as co-producer for the BMF TV series, but according to Blue's leaked paperwork, she was working with the feds the entire time.
BMF Immortal, and it's cool. Like, sometimes we switch perspectives, so it's from a law enforcement perspective.
Oh, wow.
Instead of it being from the, the actual hustler side, or the aspirational side. You know how often someone gets in trouble and decides to tell on someone else to rap. Yeah, just to get themselves out of the situation they're in and back onto the streets.
Give me my time. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
Right.
They ain't telling nobody. Because if you're telling, you can't even look forward to going home. Where you going after you get out? The neighborhood ain't accepting that. We heard you's a rat.
Other people, they can go left on you so quick that you go, the heater doesn't have capability of being loyal to anything.
I ain't never told no in my life. Right. You needed protection, and your protection gone. That's the truth. That's what the fuck it is. Right.
You took a picture with Rick Ross. Put your back against the wall and just slide down.
In official documents, Tammy was listed as CS1, Confidential Source 1, working as a DEA informant in Atlanta back in 2009. She provided crucial intel in a money laundering case that put Kingpin Terry White behind bars. Incredibly, Tammy wasn't even getting paid for snitching initially. After helping take White down, the DEA saw potential in her. Her handler, Agent Harry, even pushed for her to get a cut of White's seized assets as a reward. Terry White wasn't small time. He was a major Atlanta player. Before getting caught, he lived in a $200,000 Jonesboro mansion. He was transforming into a palace with a basketball court, swimming pool, and media room featuring 24 TV screens connected to satellite. When feds raided his place, they found a loaded Uzi, weapon stash, mink coats, gold jewelry, $47,000 cash, and a money counting machine, all seized thanks to Tammy's information. The twist? Tammy didn't snitch because she needed money or was facing charges. According to documents, she had no criminal record, didn't use drugs, didn't need money, and wasn't trying to reduce any sentence. It was personal. Terry White had been using her to launder money behind her back, and she wasn't having it.
I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. but I never folded, never told, never will. Death before the time, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family to come out to the Amarant Arena, February 13th.
But why did Tammy continue working with the feds after White's case? While behind bars, Meech was plotting with Fidel Suarez, a cartel member with serious connections who owned a California trucking company previously investigated for drug trafficking. Meech's plan was to use Suarez's network to move product and make money while incarcerated. The problem? Running an operation from prison isn't easy. That's where Tammy came in. In September 2010, Meech asked her to help set up a shipment with Suarez, who was already in contact with her. Tammy testified that Suarez first called her checking on Meech. Then Meech positioned her as the middleman connecting Suarez with his longtime associate, Dion Cuffy Gatling, a major St. Louis kingpin running the Gatling trafficking organization from 2009 to 2014. What Meech, Suarez, and Cuffy didn't know was that Tammy was playing both sides, pretending to help while feeding everything to the feds. Her information eventually got Cuffy arrested in March 2014, resulting in a 27-year sentence for trafficking and weapons charges with homicide connections. Strangely, Meech faced no charges. How did he walk away clean when the feds knew everything? Turns out Tammy protected him. In court, when directly asked if Meech arranged deals between Suarez and Gatling, she flat out denied it. The big question is why? What was she getting from protecting Meech?
You know what's crazy? We went to Meech's house. He was with 50. He's talking about stuff in the future. He made your family money. You would think you would be a little bit appreciative, but motherfuckers don't have to be loyal to 50 in business. That's how I guess that's how Meech felt, because he's his own boss, you know. But when you take Lil Meech and you put him in acting school, you know, you take him from Detroit. I remember him rapping. When he was rapping, nobody helped him, and then 50 put him in acting school, kept it on the low, and he made all this money. You understand what I'm saying? But to be young and have money, motherfucker got Richard Millie's. Lil Meech got Richard Millie's Chrome Heart jeans, 10,000. So it's like, I understand him being young and all that, but when we go to your crib and me and Murder sitting in the backyard and you like, yo, little baby ain't give me no money. He came in the Ferrari truck. He had the Ferrari truck. He had 4 pockets full. I'm looking at this like, yo, this is tripping. Like, little baby he's not obligated to give you nothing. I looked at it like, from that point, maybe 50 should have brung a bag for Meech and maybe a watch or something. And obviously that's what Ross did or whatever. My whole thing is, maybe the relationship would be good if you saved some money for your pops when he came home. But I understand how it is to be a young black man with money.
Well, here's where it gets wild. While Tammy protected Meech in court, the feds no longer trusted her. Even worse, she was romantically involved with Keith Cromer, the supervisory special agent leading the BMF investigation. Talk about sleeping with the enemy. Cromer approved Tammy's $200,000 payout for being an informant, making this not just a messy relationship, but a sketchy financial arrangement too. In March 2015, Tammy discovered court documents that would expose her as an informant, a suppression motion filed by Cuffy Gatling's legal team. She panicked, and for good reason. Cuffy had a deadly reputation for dealing with snitches. In 2010, he ordered a hit on Theodos Howard for informing on his brother's operation, and in 2013, had Terrence Morgan killed to prevent him cooperating with authorities. Terrified, Tammy ran to the feds for protection, but they did nothing. Desperate, she went to Meech, but he distanced himself completely, saying he didn't want to be involved in the mess. So much for loyalty. Tammy then went into full damage control mode, doing everything possible to remove Meech's name from the case.
You mentioned Meech. Have you spoke to Meech at all?
I had a text message conversation back and forth with him because he's in the halfway house.
Mm-hmm. What do you think his next move should be?
He got a lot of things he can do, man. He might want to make a movie. Mm-hmm. He might want to do some different things where, you know, because I understand how important real is to our culture, right? But when you develop in television, it's to find the best possible story you can find and then make up something. You got to make up things because your life would intersect with Charlamagne's life, so I immediately get the lawsuit when we get over there. Mm-hmm. This would, you understand what I'm saying? So you got to change things around a little bit, and then that's the series. When we see high notes, we see low notes, and at points, it's when they do something that's like when we have a TV moment. Mm-hmm.
And Tammy even turned on Agent Cromer, accusing him of targeting Meech out of jealousy over their relationship. She threatened to expose a sworn affidavit suggesting Cromer's investigation was motivated by personal jealousy. She wasn't just protecting herself, she was dragging everyone down. But her efforts weren't enough. Once imprisoned, Cuffy started connecting the dots and figured out who had snitched. He requested a Franks hearing, giving him the right to question government agents and informants, including Tammy. In 2024, Blue Da Vinci did another explosive interview with Cap Capone, joined by Cuffy calling from prison. Cuffy didn't hold back. He claimed the real reason Meech never got sentenced was because of third-party cooperation. Meech had used Tammy to save himself while sacrificing others.
February 13th, the Big Meech home benefit concert. It's gonna be iconic. Too many names to list, but let me salute some of the legends. Lil Baby, Boss Man D-Lo, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Ricky Rose. Now, this the first time it's ever been done. Me performing BMF with the icon himself. This shit gonna be special. Epic. Get your tickets right now. I'm back.
But Cuffy insisted he's in prison because of Big Meech and Tammy Cowens. He claimed Meech arranged for Tammy to become a DEA informant specifically to reduce his own sentence. And he came with receipts. He explained how the Franks hearing allowed him to expose this, and court testimony confirmed Tammy became an informant to cut Meech's time. Even Cuffy's daughter went public asking, is it true Big Meech did a third-party cooperation deal to get a reduced sentence by setting up my father, a known St. Louis kingpin? According to Cuffy, he ran with Meech for over 20 years since 1990 and was the first person to ever put $1 million in Meech's hands. Today, he claims that loyalty got him betrayed and landed him a 27-year sentence. The street drama continues to unfold, and it's getting messier by the minute.